Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing on our Minecraft world and we're going to do something a little different. So last time we were looking for patterns and I didn't realize that we couldn't get patterns in what I was doing, but we did get a loom, so that's helpful. So originally, here, let me go outside real quick. Originally, I had talked about how uh, the walls, I would have decorations on them to gods and deities uh, for throughout Babylon and Mesopotamia. And so I was originally I thought, okay, well we could just make the deities out of blocks. Hmm, They would end up being really, really big and lose a lot of their definition. So what I'm going to try to do is make it out of banners. Now, I've never worked with banners before. So this will be an adventure, but I do have plenty of paper, which we're going to need, and I have the ability to have plenty of dye. And most of the coloring needs to be, I think, in this range. I don't know if it needs to be orange or yellow. Things were of like a goldish tint. We're going to have to play around with some of that. Now, if I look here, I do banner. We have some banner patterns, but we don't have a ton of banners. That's wool. Okay, so I might need, but let's get the patterns first. Okay, so I need vines, bricks, which this one I think is going to come in really handy. Oxide daisy and golden enchanted apple and a skull. And then we do have the two of the three rare ones right here in the Guster banner and the snout. And I think the first thing I need to do, okay, wait, I need to make all the patterns that I can make. Vines. Oh, that's an expensive one, but we're doing it. We're doing it. Bricks. Hey, look, I had mined up a whole bunch of bricks from our excursion last time, so that worked out nicely. What else do I need? Well, let's go ahead and make the ones I can. Okay, and then this one, and then oxide daisy, and a wither skull. Okay, wither skull. Oops, oxide daisy. All right, and that'll get me most of the patterns. One more for this one. Okay. So now what I need to figure out, I think I need to make the banners first, right? Like it's not just a, yeah, I need to make some banners. So I think our paper usage done. So let me put paper back. The organization for matters. And then I need to make a whole bunch of banners, and they're going to have to be blue, I think, in the background. That's purple block. Oh, I don't have wool here. I will be so glad when everything has got its own place and I don't have to go searching for it. Okay, doesn't look like I have any wool already dyed. Oh, I do have wool already dyed. Let's go over there. Bring the loom with me. Oops. I think it's here. There. All right. Take that. Let's this. And then we have wool and sticks over there. Something I have to be conscious of is how the banner overlaps. Because they don't just, and you'll see this in a second. Hey, open. No, no, not that. Money, criminy. There. Ah, I don't know why I, instinctively pressed down on the crouch button. I'm silly. Okay, let's grab some yicks. Okay, that one's pretty full, which means this one over here is probably even fuller. Yeah. We're gonna empty some of this out and then make our seats, which I should also do an automation. What is that? That auto. Oh, not cauldron. Table. Calligraphy, enchanting, fletching. No. Auto crafter, is that what it's called? Crafter. Okay. Dropper, redstone. Okay, so I'm going to need to make a crafter for these so that they just automatically craft sticks. And then we'll have too many sticks, but that'll be a different problem for a different day. Okay, so now I have one I have a crafting table in my, stop it, Enderman. Good gravy. I think I have a crafting table over here. I do. Good, 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 good. All right. All right. I need blue wool. Okay. Let's put down blue. All right. Our first banner. And then we go here. This. The mason. Yellow. Oh, interesting. That is definitely not what I want to do. Maybe? All right. What if I do blue dye? Oh, then it's all blue. Okay. Okay, so let's do yellow. And now we have our back, right? Because technically those are bricks. It looks a little funny. I wish I could do the bricks a little bit bigger, but that's a start. Okay. And then what we need to do is do that same blue background. Come on. Out with it. Oh, hi. I need to make a banner first. All right. Now, how do I get other patterns? Look. These are all the patterns that I have. Let's just take a look, see. Okay. Somehow I want to make a face. That doesn't look like a face. That's not helpful. Okay, and here's how I think people start. So they'll take this, which is backwards. So maybe I need a yellow banner. Hold, please. Where is my yellow? Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. Nope, not you yet. I took more than I was intending to, but that's okay. I'm gonna do that. Do that. Oh, if I don't put a pattern in at all, interesting. I get these patterns. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Because here's what I need to look at, right? We have this one, right? We put it block up. A third of it gets covered. So I need to account for that third when I'm making my shapes. Okay. All right. But do I want to put in a pattern like this? See, what I'm trying to do initially is I'm trying to make the head. Then I wonder, okay, hold on. Let me think about this. So maybe I make the blue with the mason. No, I think I did the light blue. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put that back through. And we're gonna put in yellow. And here's where I want, there's the top of the head, right? Yeah, take this. Now it kind of looks a little together, and then we'll have blue in the background, so that kind of will help marry it a little together. A little bit. Hold on. I put one up. And I have to remember proportion. Okay, and then I need, if I make the face, so let me think about it. Because ultimately, and I'll put a picture up on the screen right now of what I'm aiming for. I need to figure out how big that's gonna look. But there, I get those half patterns, which I kind of like. Okay. If I put this on this one, it kind of looks like I've cut that off. All right. Let me do some fiddling around and I'll see what we can do and I'll be right back. I ran out of yellow dye, so doing a little farming in between. Not bad for one full Spencer worth, but definitely I just realized this is a plains, not a flower forest, so I should do this option. Well, it's something. Sort of has the shape that I want. This was after a lot of fiddling. And it's definitely less size-wise. Got some angles to it that I couldn't get with blocks. Is it perfect? Hmm. I think I need a lot of fiddling to do, but let's it. And let's see what it looks like against the backdrop that it's supposed to have. Lord help me. Hopefully I remember where all these pieces go. I'm just pulling them off. Let's see how this works. We know these pieces can wait on. This is the head right here. No, we want to put it just out of reach. Okay, okay, all right. Shape one, the body. All right, and then we know the body comes line, and the body comes like 3, 4, 5, I think. All right. Part one done. This is definitely a leg. The foot. This foot, I don't know. We're gonna find out. I don't think. I think this foot. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Have foot. Have a foot. Leg and a leg. So then, look like this. I think is the tail. And oh, and then where's my? Did I not pick up a piece? The end of my tail. Right there. Good thing our fox friend didn't decide to take it. Probably was like, I don't know about this picture. Alright, so that goes about there. I might need to do it without the grip. Let's keep putting it together, shall we? But oh, this looks like one of the later feet I did. Probably like here? Here, maybe? What is that? I think this is actually this back foot. Yeah, that looks like a back foot. Always on the back foot. All right, let's do this here. And I think this makes sense there. Yeah. Okay. And then this, I think, goes not there. This is the boot here. I'm pretty sure. And then this is the front. And then we have a neck piece. Where is the neck? To our feet. Nope, not you there. See you there? Maybe. We come in and go like that. Don't know. Actually, that might be the front foot. That looks a little less janky. That goes there. And then we have that there, maybe? I don't remember. Let's put the piece out. I think this here This foot has to go, I think. Not there. Here. Hmm. That doesn't quite look right. I think that's the front foot, actually. Or the front piece. Okay. Put you here. No. Here. Here. We'll put you here. Makes that foot look a little weird. Just, just a tiny bit. Oh, and this is the neck. Oh, that's way too high. Oh man, that goes there. All right, all right. We got something going. That's for sure. Let's have are you prepared? Oh, I think you're extra. I don't think I put you anywhere. You were just there to confuse me. What I'm gonna go with. Okay, and then you're gonna go here. I think you're gonna go here. Oh, I guess there, and then that comes over, and that looks a little weird. Just fill some of these pieces. Gonna go a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Okay, that doesn't look like I originally had it, but let's take, okay, so we want it more center, so we're gonna want it higher. Ugh, those legs. Who, what, how? Good gravy. I'm gonna have to work on that, but that's gonna have to be another time. All right. I don't know that I've seen anybody try to do wall art like this, but if you know of somebody who's tried to do this with banners, go ahead and link them. I'd be interested in seeing. I see a lot of people doing really cool artwork with on one banner, but I need it on multiple banners. I need lots of, because it needs to not go where it's at, but it needs to go higher midsection, and it looks like I can give it a little bit more space, which might help me. I'm going to work on this. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!